Happy Saturday, everybody. Are we rolling?
Yeah, we are rolling.
Happy Saturday. Lola and I were just finishing up a really awesome meal, some Caesar and burgers with cloud bread. And we were talking about how in the last month we've really been focusing on this lifestyle being livable. And sometimes, in order to make something livable, you have to sacrifice your control over it.
Exactly. So rather than just seeing this as a short-term diet that gets us to the weight we want this to be a lifestyle that we can continue with some modifications, obviously, once we're in maintenance, but making it livable right now so we can still enjoy our lives and enjoy the food we're eating without freaking out about a few extra carbs or whether or not we should or shouldn't eat something.
Yes. So we've done 4 solid months of the ketogenic diet. And to be honest, there are some days where I go probably well above 20 grams of carbs. But I feel like if my body is truly fat adapted at this point, then it can handle that. And I haven't had any lethargic days where I just can hardly function. So I have to assume that my body is taking it pretty well. And sometimes, like right now, if I wanted a bowl of pasta and I could afford that in my carbs, I would have that if I really wanted that. I haven't yet, but I am planning for the day when I can have really good ravioli. So,
and it's for me anyway, I feel like it's one of those things that I can have whatever I really want, but since I'm eating for health, I don't want to eat the white flours and the white sugars often. Once in a while,
Exactly.
a little bit here or there is whatever, but it's not something that I want to do often. Same with eating fast food. Once in a while, I'll stop and pick up a burger and put my own cloud bread with it and enjoy it. But it's not something that I make a habit of because I just don't think fast food is a healthy option. Mm-hmm. But, once in a while it happens and it's fine.
This is the message that we really want to get out there, is that the ketogenic diet doesn't have to mean a total sacrifice of carbohydrates. It doesn't have to mean totally ending all the things that you really love. I don't believe in that. I can't see myself 10 years down the road living a lifestyle where I'm not allowed to have what I want to have. Like, this summer is coming. You can tell I've got a tan already going on because I work in a greenhouse. So someday, when the watermelon is in season, you can bet I'm going to make an allowance for some really good watermelon. I'm not one of those people that does keto without fruit. Every day I have berries, like strawberries, blackberries, the lower carb fruits. And if I couldn't have those things, I wouldn't be doing keto. And I really think that a lot of people are getting caught up on the macros and the sacrifice of it all, but it doesn't have, for me, it comes down to, why are you doing this? Are you doing this as a diet just to lose weight? Or do you believe this is a lifestyle you can live with? If you believe it's a lifestyle you can live with, then you have to find ways to make it livable for yourself.
Exactly. And one of the things that I found in previous diets is if I tell myself that I can't have this and I can't have that, I obsess about it then, and then it's all I want, and it drives me crazy until I go on a binge, and that's just not healthy. Yeah. So, and also what I found in the keto community is that if there's something that you really want, there is likely a keto adapted recipe out there for it. I haven't come across anything that I really want that I can't have, or I feel like I can't have.
It's pasta.
Pasta's a tough one. It doesn't really bother me. I have my pizza back, which is, I could be a pizza-holic, but yeah, so the recipes are out there for pretty much anything you want. Last weekend I made cream cheese pancakes with strawberries and whipped cream, and it tasted amazing. Mm-hmm. So,
and cauliflower rice is no joke. That stuff works.
It does.
I have ordered out Indian food to get some of my delicious butter chicken. On my birthday, I had butter chicken with cauliflower rice, and I felt so good and not heavy and overloaded, and really proud of myself for finding a way to eat the things that I love without sacrifice.
And the macros definitely helped me out to get started. But now that I'm kind of used to it, I'm rarely, if ever, I don't know if I've actually had a day where I've been under 20 grams of carbs. I'm usually between 20 and 30, and it's fine. I'm down 48, almost 48 pounds. So in 4 months. So it's working. It's working for me and for my body. And that's one thing that I'm really learning is that I need to listen to my body. So if there's a day that I'm feeling like I'm starving and I need to eat more, then I eat more. On days where I'm not, then I'll eat lighter, and it all works out. It's not I'm done stressing about it and worrying about it. I try to eat smart and eat healthily and live a good life and listen to my body, and it's working.
So this is pretty much our rant for this month, is that we have discovered that after 4 months of keto, our taste buds have changed. Tonight we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. We were going to barbecue some burgers, and we're in the produce aisle. And this was after we decided not to go out for like wings or ribs or
A bunless burger.
at a fast food place or something like that. So we're in the produce section, and Lola says to me, she's like, do you want to do Caesar like we did that other day? And I'm like, yeah, oh God, yeah, Caesar would be so good. So, I mean, we want good things. That's what's happening now that our bodies don't remember all the crap that we ate for, all those years. They want the good stuff now. And I don't crave bad things. I just don't want to live in a world where I can't have something at every turn. I don't want to live in a world where every choice that I make is I can't have that choice. So that's our rant, and I hope it makes sense to you guys. Now I just want to focus for a second on the fact that Lola is like this close to 50 pounds lost in just over 4 months. And that is, I'm going to, to be honest, without a lot of exercise,
Yeah.
she's just dropping weight like mad, and it's so inspiring.
It's pretty awesome.
Irritating.
But, come on.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
You have now lost 35 pounds
I
of
have.
your own, which is amazing.
And I'm working in a greenhouse, so I'm getting a lot of activity and a lot of lifting, a lot of walking and stuff like that. And I'm noticing that I'm getting in better shape, and the pounds are starting to actually come off at a reasonable pace now. And it's a lot less stalling. I haven't had a shark week in a couple months, but I'm just letting it fly. Like, whatever's going on is going on, and we'll see where it leads. But, together we've lost over 80 pounds in the last 4 months. It has been so good for our friendship to go through this journey together. When we get together on a weekend like this, it's like healthy food and an episode or two of Netflix, something. We go for walks. It's just crazy how nice it is to be partners with somebody in this.
It is. It's awesome to have a keto buddy.
Keto BFFs.
Yeah. And I should actually mention, since I mentioned it in the last video, that 3 days of exercise thing I was going to do in April. I did go twice in 1 week. And
I forgot we made that promise.
Yeah, and that was all. But I mean, like Mela said, she's been working at the greenhouse, so she's got mad steps on her pedometer.
Yeah. I'm making 20,000 some days.
Yeah, which is phenomenal. I can't hit 10,000 anymore. But I have stepped it up, pun intended, at work. I've become quite inefficient making multiple trips to the printer that are unnecessary. But I've probably
walking in place at the water cooler.
Yeah, exactly. So I've doubled my steps. So I'm working on it, and I've prepaid a gym membership, so I do have to get back to that, but one step at a time.
That's right. One step at a time. I gave up the gym. So we are having a crazy spring for a Canadian spring. We've got summer weather when spring is barely here. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a lot of outdoor time and I want to get more. And the more I see that it's benefiting me, the more I want to work out and find ways to be active instead of sedentary. And, like Lola and I went to this like community garage sale today, and we just walked and walked, and it was kind of already wrapping up, but we just kept walking because we wanted to get more steps in, and then we went and had a low carb drink and got our supper. So it was like, this is our life now, you guys, and it's fantastic, and we feel so good.
We do.
And we can eat big meals and not feel like crappy.
Grossly full or,
like, why aren't
tired.
you doing this? If you're not doing this, it's because you have a health issue or a mind issue. And if it's a mind issue, breakthrough is so good.
So worth it.
It's so good. It's not just the weight loss. We just feel better in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's for real, dogs.
It is. And
it's so stupid.
We're not editing that out, though.
Crap.
Yes. What I was going to say is with Mela's increased activity, she lost 6 inches in a month.
Yeah.
And a lot, like on hips and waist and stomachs. It was...
all of my stomachs.
It was amazing to see those measurements.
If you are doing a weight loss journey, take your measurements.
Yeah.
Do them. They suck. It sucks.
Especially if you're doing it yourself. It's tricky, but figure it out. Do it. It's worth it.
Yeah. We do measurements once a month now, and we hate it every time. Except this time was so exciting for me because I knew I had lost size. It was so amazing because I've lost 30, at the time we did the measurements, I had lost 30 pounds. Actually, not quite 30 pounds. It was a couple days later I hit that. So I had lost almost 30 pounds since the beginning of the year, and I had lost over 12 inches. Mm-hmm. But the crazy thing was, even though only about 5 to 7 of those pounds were in the last month, half of the inches were lost in the last month. So for me, the weight thing was great, but seeing how far down the inches had gone, like I lost half my inches in 1 month where I hadn't lost that much weight, that was really inspiring. And I was jumping up and down when we were doing those measurements.
Really
it was
exciting.
Such a great day for me. So if you're doing a weight loss journey, do your measurements because it can get you through, some discouraging lack of weight loss, I guess, if you can see that you're still losing.
Exactly.
We have one more really exciting thing coming up this month. We're going to see our naturopath. Laura's been working with this amazing naturopath for years and years, and I've been working with him for a couple of years. We've largely ignored everything that he's told us for, the majority of the time, but done small bursts of what he's told us to do. So we are trying to work, and he's very much meal based. He gave us each a very detailed list of the foods that we should be having, and we are trying to incorporate more of those foods into our diets and stick more to that. And
the great thing about those food lists is that they're tailored to our individual bodies. So it actually looks at, my body doesn't process grains well, so I shouldn't have most grains. However, fish, which is disgusting, I can have all of. So
fish is so good.
But anyway, they're really cool. Hard to stick to sometimes just because I like all of the foods that I shouldn't, I guess.
Basically.
But
that's the long and short of it.
I've never been so excited for an appointment in my entire life because I'm just, after 12, 13 years of working with him, I finally get to go in with progress, and I'm so excited to see how things look on the scan. And
he's gonna shit. It's gonna be so great.
I can't wait.
He's gonna be so pumped, to see a couple clients that have been coming in with no real results for years. And it's gonna be great for him and for his practice to see these 2 women coming in having really dedicated themselves to something so massive. And Lola down 50 pounds, I'm sure, or more by the time we go see him on the 23rd or 24th. So we've got a couple weeks, and we're going to do a follow-up the next week with our progress, and also the follow-up with our appointment with Dr. Amel, who is amazing. And if you live in Saskatchewan or Alberta or Manitoba, no matter where you live, you should be going to. We drive
it's worth the
hours
drive
to go and see him because he's so good, and the technology he uses is so bang on, and he's really non-judgmental.
He's the sweetest. I would be so annoyed with someone like me who comes in year after year after year and being like, well, so I did your program for a week and then I went back to what I was at before. So
we're actually hoping to get him on film a little bit when we go to our appointments, but we're just going to run that by him before we start linking his information in.
Exactly.
But if you guys can find a good doctor or naturopath or any kind of medical professional who is dedicated to getting to the root causes of your health and not treating your symptoms, stick with that person because they're really trying to help you. He's never once told us to do the ketogenic diet, but if you saw our food list, you know it's pretty much paleo to
low
keto.
Carb, exactly, yeah.
Because there's literally no grains that we can have.
Yeah.
We can't have corn.
Yeah,
we can't
even
have
potatoes and sweet potatoes are, my body doesn't process them well either. So it's my food list is low carb.
Yeah.
Aside from fruit. Fruit is really the only acceptable carb.
Right?
Yes.
It's me.
Just terrible breath.
I think we're pretty much at the end of this particular video. You can tell that things have changed. You can definitely, I hope, see a difference in us from our first video and maybe from our last. I am still retaining water from time to time in my face today for sure. I notice it. But you know what? Even so, I feel really good about what I'm starting to see on myself. And we're sitting here in tank tops where it's we used to be shrouded, so you can tell how excited we are about this. It's a friggin' great year.
It is
friggin' great.
An amazing year.
This is awesome AF.
Absolutely.
Awesome AF.
Awesome AF.
So we really hope you guys are still watching, and thank you so much for following us and for not judging us too harshly. Okay? Have a great May. We will catch up with you at the end of the month after our naturopath appointment, and all of our links are down below.
See you later.
Bye.